Good evening and welcome to Toronto TV. I'm Randy Rowett. I'm your host for the new Wellness TV show. This is a new show establishing and pointing out some of the initiatives and new introductions to natural health and wellness out there, and we thought we'd bring it to you. This is going to be a series of shows focusing on natural health, and we're going to experience all the interesting things there is to know about natural health. I'm pleased to be with you today, and with me is the Executive Director of the Yihong Wellness Foundation, or the Yihong Center for Geriatric Care, Florence Wong, the Chief Executive Officer. How are you, Florence?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm just great, thank you, and thank you so much for joining us on our first edition of Wellness TV.
This is our honor.
Thank you so much. And could you tell us a little bit about the Yihong Center and how it was established?
Sure. The Yihong Center is a non-profit charitable organization, first opened in October 1994. So as you can see, we are pretty new. And our mission is to provide a continuum of health and social services in a culturally appropriate way to seniors and others. Currently we have 4 centers in the Greater Toronto area, 2 in Scarborough, 1 in Markham, and 1 in Mississauga.
Yes, and tell us a little bit about the history of how the Yihong Foundation came to be.
Right. The whole reason why Yihong was established was due to the lack of culturally appropriate service. The thought started with our founder, Dr. Joseph Wong.
Yes.
When he was a medical resident, he went to a lot of nursing homes, and he found the seniors being very miserable because they couldn't communicate and they don't like the food they were being served. And the nursing home is really the home of a senior, right? And in a home, if you can communicate and on a daily basis you don't enjoy the food being served, like cold soup, right, cold sandwiches, as Chinese senior is not used to, it really is very miserable for them. So that's why Dr. Wong really wanted to start a Chinese nursing home for Chinese seniors, and that was back in 1975. And then he spent quite a bit of time, doing a lot of volunteer work, gaining experience, as well as making connections. And in 1987, he started, organizing fundraisings and planning for the Yihong Center.
And you talked a little bit about nursing homes, and there's concerns by family members, of course, about the quality of care and the patient satisfaction. But from what I've heard, Yihong residents are very satisfied, and so are the families, because of this quality of care, which is unique in the retirement resident setting.
Yes. I think we are very proud to say that we have achieved a very high level of satisfaction, which is not only recognized by the clients and family members, but also, generally recognized in the industry, and particularly by the Ministry of Health and Long-Term Care.
That's great. And so this started as a 190-bed facility, I understand.
Yes.
And it's since grown to 4 residences.
That's right. 4 centers.
And what's the secret for that? I mean, how did it grow so fast?
I think it is, the commitment of the organization to meet the needs of the community.
Yes.
Right? So we always look at what are the needs of the community. And when we open the 90-bed nursing home, we know that it's not enough to meet the needs of the community, but we only have resources to do it, do a 90-bed. So that's what we did, and then we gradually planned for more. And we took the opportunity, we always look ahead, and we took the opportunity of the ministry releasing the 20,000 new beds in 1998, right? And we applied for those beds, and we got a very, very large award of beds, a total of 715 beds.
And where are the 4 centers?
The 4 centers, we have 2 in Scarborough, and 1 in Markham, and 1 in Mississauga.
Quite a widespread area.
Yes, and all the centers provide that continuum.
Yes.
It's not just long-term care. We provide long-term care, senior residences, community-based social and medical programs, and rehabilitation services. So once a senior gets to know Yihong, they can get any service they would need. So it's very convenient for them, and this is particularly useful in an immigrant population. You know, they are not familiar with the healthcare system, and once they get to know us, you know, they can access any service within and without Yihong.
And the goals in summary are?
Yeah, the goals of the organization, it really fits your theme, which is wellness.
Right.
Yeah, and the vision of Yihong is really to build caring communities so that seniors and others could enjoy the highest quality of life, right? And our mission is to enable seniors to live their lives to the fullest in the most independent, healthiest, most independent and dignified way. When you look at those, descriptions, right, really tells it's wellness. When people ask you, "Are you well today?" You know, your answer is, "Yes, I am." Right? And what you mean by that? That means you are healthy and you are happy, right? And you enjoy a good quality of life.
Yes.
And that's what Yihong is about. We enable seniors to live the highest quality of life so that they can be kept as healthy, as independent, and as dignified as possible.
And not only are you taking care of the physical needs, of course, but somewhere along the line there, and in the process, you have to take care of the emotional needs and the social needs as well.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
We take care of senior and others, not just seniors, but primarily seniors. But we take care of the physical need, the social need, emotional need, as well as spiritual need.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why don't we take a look at, for the listeners and the viewers out there, rather, why don't we take a look at the website? Okay, we can take a look at the website of the Yihong Geriatric Center. This will give our viewers a chance to understand the concepts of Yihong and their unique approach to residences for seniors and that caring facilities that they are, which are so often not found in today's society. But Yihong excels and really provides that care. So why don't we look at the website? You can describe it to me. Very much involved with the community, and that's what I was impressed about with the most was the actual community involvement and the wonderful foundation which offers work for and benefits for the whole community.
Yes, definitely.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about the website?
Okay. Our website tells in detail the services and programs offered at the Yihong Center. So if a family members want to access long-term care of a senior had a stroke, right, and needs long-term care services, they can go to our website and find whatever services the senior would need. That includes long-term care services, community services, medical services, as well as rehabilitation services. And it tells about the hours of operation, the criteria, the eligibility criteria, the programming, what is included in the services, a very, very detailed description, and how they can access those services.
Now here we see 4 buildings, and here we have I believe the one on the upper right is the Scarborough one?
The
upper left?
The one on the, that is the Markham.
Okay, Markham, yes. All very unique in design.
That's right. This is the Mississauga.
Yes.
Yeah, and this is our first center in Minico, and this one is in Scarborough.
Well, I can tell you I've been to the Yihong Center in Scarborough, and I was impressed not only by the quality of service by the staff and the people there, but also by the residents who are very friendly. They'll come up to you and talk to you when you're there, and it's a wonderful place to visit.
Yeah, it shows how happy the residents are, right? And you asked, why some people were quite concerned about sending their seniors to long-term care homes, and why people think differently of Yihong.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I think basically it's our philosophy of care, right? And when you approach the building, you already see that the building is very bright. It's a very uplifting kind of environment. It's not gloomy, and seniors are occupied, So the reason why we can do that is because we supplement the government funding by using our own fundraising dollars to supplement the level of care.
Mm-hmm.
For example, in general, with the funding given by the ministry, in general, the ministry can only provide 2 hours of nursing care per resident per day.
Okay.
But in Yihong, we are providing 2.6 hours of direct care per resident per day.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes a big difference, right? In the way that our staff can not only take care of their daily living needs, but also look after their emotion, look after their social needs, talk to them, right?
Right.
And also we have registered staff, registered nurses on every floor on all shifts.
And is that round the clock?
Round the clock.
Wow, that is
floors,
unusual for
right?
nursing homes. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
nursing homes, the ministry is now asking for 1, but we have 5, in 1 for every floor.
Yes.
Around the clock. So it makes major difference because registered nurses are trained staff, professionals, right? And they are there to make assessment, to plan the care for the seniors, as well as to make assessment and to do intervention, as early as possible.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about the activities for residents? I mean, you go to some nursing homes or some residences where there's seniors involved, and there's a lot of people who are very bored, very inactive. What is the difference that sets Yihong apart from these other places?
Yeah, apart from the amount of staffing that we give, right, which is very exceptional. I'm going to talk more about that later.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of activities, we believe it's so important that the seniors maintain that social contact, as well as the and be engaged in leisure activities that they do enjoy. So what we do to start off when a senior come in is to do a very detailed assessment of their lifestyle, their preferences, what kind of activities they are used to or they would like to be engaged in. So we have a wide variety of activities. We run 12 to 20, programs each day, ranging from morning, evening, afternoon and evening programs. And those programs include physical activity program like Tai Chi, ball games, and I have some pictures here that I can show you.
So it's a variety of activities, and I remember being at one of the functions and seeing a video of some of the activities, and the residents really look like they're having a great time. They're having fun.
Yes, they're always having fun.
That's great. Yeah, I wish I could say that for me all the time. Wish I was always having fun. But yes,
people tend to think that seniors in a nursing home, because they may be in wheelchair, they may be using a walker, so they can't do Tai Chi or they can't do physical exercise. That's not true, right?
Mm-hmm.
We modify those exercises because seniors do like to get active, right? So we modify Tai Chi. Some can stand if we have volunteer help them, or some can sit, and move their hand. Tai Chi is a Chinese martial art, which combines movement as well as meditation, right? So we tend to focus on their ability instead of their disability.
So the spiritual and the body. Both.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. And some seniors would like to sing songs, so we engage them in singing, in music therapy, in having pet therapy, and also we organize a lot of large-scale activities like Chinese New Year, Valentine's Day, or Mid-Autumn Festival. We even celebrate Halloween. For Chinese senior, this is quite unusual because those are Western festivals, right? They are not used to celebrating. But in Yihong, we take every opportunity to engage them and to give them, some variety in their daily living, right? And the reason why we can do that is, firstly, we believe it is important to do it, and secondly, we are willing to put in more staff resources in terms of programming, activity staff, and also we are fortunate enough to engage the community. People, volunteers come in and help us, right? Because seniors usually need some assistance in the nursing home, right? Moving around, and as well as conducting programs. We have staff conducting the program, but we need volunteers to assist. Some may be visually impaired, some may be hard of hearing, So the community's involvement is essential, and it really makes a difference to our ability to organize programs and engage the seniors in a meaningful and happy manner.
Yes. Two quick questions. First of all, what's the first impression, do you believe, that a resident's family gets when they first visit Yihong?
What is the first
What's
impression?
the first impression of the facility itself?
Okay, I think a lot of people comment,
Yes.
It's so clean. It's so clean and it's so bright. It's so cheerful, and then people were commenting, why do people smile? Why does your staff smile? This is not a very you are serving the needs of very frail people, right? And you see people dying, or you see people who have deteriorating health, right? So why would your staff have smiles on their face? And then I think that is what makes us so unique, right? And I think we have very satisfied customers because of the level of service we provide, and also we try to engage the residents in making decisions for themselves. When somebody's health, right, in decision making, right? When somebody gets frail, they lose a lot of things.
Yes.
They lose their health, they lose their house, they may lose their control in their finances, right? It's a lot of loss. They may lose their spouse, right? So it's a lot of loss. And so we want to give seniors some control in their life. We involve the seniors, enabling them to make decisions regarding their daily living, what they would like to eat, when they would like to take a bath, right? This kind of thing,
Which is very important for mental health of the residents.
Very important.
That's right.
And also we respect them. The dignity, part which is in our mission statement is so important because we respect them. We respect their wishes,
Yes.
And it is important, right? We call them by the name they want to be called. It's not a room number. They are individual. They are our friend, so it's the relationship that our staff build up with the senior. That's why our staff is happy, because it's a relationship. It's not just a job, right? They relate to the seniors. They feel that they are giving good care, and it brings about satisfaction, right? When you are only doing a job, it's very hard to get satisfaction. But if you have a good relationship with the clients that you serve, and we get a lot of compliments from staff, from family members, and that's where our staff get satisfaction. And also, we care about our staff. We listen to them as well. It's important to, not just engage the resident, but also engage our staff, right? To get feedback from them, how things could be better, and to treat them well. So I think it's the whole atmosphere, the whole environment, and the whole culture of caring. Caring is not just caring for the seniors, but caring for everybody involved, including our staff, including our volunteers.
And that is something very unique today, because you'll find a lot of situations, especially in dealing with elderly members of families, some people can't really cope, and they don't know where to turn for that caring atmosphere. But I find that Yihong excels in that regard. It really does. And you mentioned something quickly earlier about pet care.
Yes.
And I know there's some demonstrated benefits of well-being in terms of having pets visit. Can you tell us more about that?
Okay. This is a new program. We involve a group of volunteers who bring their pets in, right? We assess the dogs, and also we assess the seniors, to see whether it's compatible. So the pet come in once a week, and they visit seniors, and the seniors really love them, and they have a good time.
Yes.
And I think it's again about building relationship, right? And apart from building relationship with families, with volunteers, they can also build relationship with a pet, right? And people love to be loved as well as to love, right?
Yes, of
so
course.
with a pet, they can love the pet and being loved by the pet too.
So quickly, can you tell us, in the last couple of minutes of our show here, where does Yihong hope to go in the future?
Well, I think we really believe that we have a role in taking care of the well-being of seniors, right? As I said, the physical, emotional, social, and spiritual well-being. And I think apart from the nursing home, we focus on senior residences where seniors can age in place in the peace of their mind, right? We're also planning to build a wellness center with a swimming pool, hot tub, and gymnasium.
Terrific.
And these programs will target seniors as well. We are going to build a multi-purpose hall, a larger space where we can provide more physical activities, larger line dancing classes, larger Tai Chi classes, or health talks, health programs for our seniors.
That sounds like it's a wonderful plan for the future. Thank you for joining us today, Florence.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. My guest today on Wellness TV has been Florence Wong, and she's the Chief Executive Officer of the Yihong Center for Geriatric Care. A quick note here that Wellness TV will be at the Total Health Show in April. That's April 2nd in Toronto. And we'll be visiting a lot of the different exhibitors and booths there to focus on a lot of natural health and wellness factors that go on. So we're looking forward to that. Stay tuned for Wellness TV for a variety of different shows upcoming in this series. My special thanks to some good friends of mine. A quick name to Greg and to Michelle and to Catherine for their support in getting the show. And I thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you next time. I'm Randy Rowett. We'll see you next time on Wellness TV.